Hey everyone, welcome back again. Mm, I seriously need an award for this one. No joke, people. I seriously deserve an award for watching all 12 episodes of this woke nightmare called High Guardian Spice. This show was slated as an anime to be released by Crunchyroll since 2019, but was continuously delayed until it finally premiered on October 26, 2021. It is hard to find anything good about this show because there isn't anything good about it. It is literally awful. The very first thing you notice is how horrendously bad the animation quality of this series is. I mean, it looks like they took a bunch of stock photo images and just copy pasted it into the show. Plus, the moving images are so badly animated that at times people run through objects. Along with the animation, the voice acting is terrible, with people sounding as if they're either the wrong gender or in the wrong series. This show was touted as an anime by Crunchyroll, but the overall animation quality is so bad, it could never even come close to being in the same league as any anime. The show is called High Guardian Spice because the four main girls, Rosemary, Sage, Parsley, and Thyme, are all named after spices. Oh, very creative. Let's see where this one's going. Okay, let's start. So Rosemary and Sage travel to Lingarth to enroll at High Guardian Academy to train to be guardians like Rosemary's mother, Lavender, who looks like she could be her father, who disappeared years ago. While in Lingarth, they stay with Sage's cousin Anise and Aloe, whose only purpose when they're on screen is to be gay and show off that they're a lesbian married couple. They contribute absolutely nothing to this show other than that. They don't offer them any magical advice or training, nothing at all other than them being background gay characters. At the academy, Rosemary and Sage meet Parsley the dwarf and Thyme the moody dark elf with red hair. Oh wow, how very interesting these characters are. All the students at the school are supposed to be teenagers, but they all look between 8 and 12 years old. Now surely they learn important things at this academy and master advanced skills, right? Nope. They just waste time with ridiculous nonsense that has nothing to do with, well, anything. It's all just a giant waste of everyone's time. And so let me just give you a quick rundown of this. Rosemary meets Professor Caraway, who was a female student at the school and knew her mother and is now a transgender man. And what does this have to do with the overall story? Not one damn thing. But they needed to put that in. Then we have Amaryllis, an entitled student who is basically a 30-year-old mean bitch trapped in an 8-year-old's body. And her only friend is some boy named Snapdragon. I'll get back to him in a little while, not that. She looks like a child, so Amaryllis looks like a child, so it's weird when you hear use terms like horse and talk about her mother, that she's a drunken slut that will screw anything that walks. All the males in this show, however, are either portrayed as airheads, soft, clueless, and one boy called Slime Boy, and he's possibly some kind of heavy cannabis user because he always looks just high. The utter hatred for men in this show is very evident at every turn. For example, when Rosemary develops a crush on some new boy who they depict as a complete and utter jackass, Sage spends literally the entire episode bitching to Snapdragon that boys are the worst. What does she even like about that boy? Guys don't talk about their feelings. Girls are better, blah, blah, blah. I mean, she just went on and on with the man bashing. It was just ridiculous. However, when another male student flirts with Sage, all the other girls instantly start going, ew, gross, disgusting, get out of here, and drive him off. Yet when Time instantly develops a full-blown lesbian crush on a mermaid, they're all smiling and giggling at how cute they look. I mean, so basically, any heterosexual relationship is to be openly hated on because someone has a penis. But as long as it's lesbian love, that's perfectly okay. Also, remember Snapdragon? I said I was going to get back to him. Well, when he and Amaryllis go to this Tongue Halloween street party, he goes in full cross-dressing mermaid drag. I mean, wig, makeup, lipstick, seashell, bra, dress, the whole thing. There was no reason for him to wear this. It's not like he had to go undercover or something like, and you know, just, I mean, you know, like maybe some girl had looked like him a little bit, so he had to put on that to infiltrate. I mean, no, none of that. He just full on dresses in mermaid drag. And it isn't long after that he suddenly starts talking about wanting to transition into being a girl and becoming his true self and painting. I mean, the whole thing just came out of nowhere. Like everything else that's wrong with this show, they were just pushing crap without even thinking. And by the third episode, it became very clear that this show had no story whatsoever. There are elements that could have become a story, like discovering what happened to Rosemary's mother, for instance, or some mysterious rot that was affecting the forest and some of the animals, but nope, they just barely even seem to care about any of that. Instead, they focus on nonsense like Time having PTSD when looking at trees, or summoning a demon to call home. Literally summoning a demon to call home, because apparently writing and mailing a letter is way too hard. So, you know, best to dabble in the dark arts. That makes sense. Then they introduce this Catgirl villain named Olive, who's working for some evil organization that is targeting the girls. And the whole thing is an utter waste of time. And the fact that she engages in the most laughable and poorly animated battle with Rosemary that has ever been shown, ever, only further cements how stupid it all is. This show is a literal mess from start to finish. It has no structure, no story, no quality or purpose other than to be an animated embarrassment. What is very clear, however, is that this show is meant to push a man-hating agenda and use the LGBTQ factor as some kind of cushion while doing so. Hygarian Spice was obliterated on IMDb. It's got a horrible rating. It's continuously bashed on Twitter and YouTube for how horrible every aspect of this show is. Yet the creative team behind this travesty doesn't seem to care going so far as to remove and block any negative comments about the show from their Twitter account. And plus, the way it ended, showing that Rosemary's mother is alive and working with the evil organization, all to set up for a second season, which they will bring out, because what this show proves is you don't need good animation quality, a gripping story, interesting characters, or excellent special effects. You don't need any of that. All you have to do is throw in some lesbians, mix in some trans magical genderism, add stupid, non-important side characters, and pump in a boatload of man-hating along with some horrendous animation, and you got a show. And if anyone has a problem with it, all you have to say is that they're anti-LGBTQ and just sit back and watch the cancel culture tear them apart. This show has officially earned my lowest rating ever, because it in no way comes close to even qualifying for a 1. Final rating on this, 0.5 point out of 5. I only got 0.5 point because they were actually bold-faced enough to make it. That's the only reason it gets 0.5 point. But honestly, don't even waste your time with this shit. Just move on and keep your common sense and don't even look at this. It's just that bad. It's just horrible. Well, that's it for me. If you like the video, give it a like and thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comments what you think about High Guardian Spice if you watched it, if you're not going to watch it. Let me know, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care.